Good afternoon and welcome to Education Today, a discussion program where we explore important and controversial issues in modern education. I'm Rika Wahyu, your host for today's session. Technology continues to develop rapidly, and one of the biggest innovations in recent years is artificial intelligence or AI. Tools such as ChatGPT or Perplexity AI are now widely used by students for brainstorming ideas, improving writing, translating information, summarizing articles, and even helping complete assignments. However, this development has raised an important debate in universities around the world. Should students be allowed to use AI tools for academic assignment? Does AI improve learning or does it weaken students' critical thinking and originality? Today, we will discuss this issue from two different perspectives with our special guests. Joining us today is Ms. Dylan, a university lecturer and educational technology researcher. Thank you for joining us, Ms. Dylan.
Thank you, Rika. It's a pleasure to be here.
And we are also joined by Mr. Zakki, a lecturer in academic writing and critical studies. Thank you for being here, Mr. Zakki.
Thank you, Rika. I'm happy to take part in the important discourse.
So, before we begin the discussion, I would like to give our audience a brief overview. In many universities today, students are already using AI tools such as ChatGPT in their daily academic activities. Some use AI to check grammar, generate ideas, explain difficult concepts, or organize their assignment more efficiently. On the other hand, many lecturers are becoming increasingly concerned that students might rely too heavily on AI, reducing their creativity, originality, and critical thinking skills. Some universities have even created new academic policies regarding AI usage, while others are still trying to determine clear boundaries. So today, we ask the questions: should university students be allowed to use AI tools like ChatGPT for academic assignment? So to begin our discussion today, I would like to invite each speaker to present their opening statement. Ms. Dylan, please begin.
Thank you, Rika. In my opinion, university students should absolutely be allowed to use AI tools such as ChatGPT as long as the use is ethical, transparent, and responsible. We must recognize that AI is no longer just a future technology, it is already becoming part of modern society and many professional industries. Companies today use AI for communication, data analysis, customer service, marketing, research, and many other tasks. Because of this reality, universities should not ignore AI. Instead, they should teach students how to use it wisely. From my experience as a lecturer, many students struggle with starting assignments, organizing ideas, understanding academic language, or expressing their thoughts clearly in English. AI tools can support these students by acting as learning assistants. For example, AI can help students to brainstorm ideas, improving grammar, simplify difficult theories, summarize information, and develop better academic structure. I believe AI should be viewed similarly to calculators, online dictionaries, or grammar checking softwares, because these tools support learning, but they do not replace human intelligence. So the problem is not the technology itself, but how people choose to use it.
Thank you, Ms. Dylan. Now, Mr. Zakki, please share your perspective.
Thank you, Rika. I understand the benefit of AI technology, University need to be very cautious in allowing the source of academic assignment. Education is not merely about producing answers perfectly or completing text efficiently. Its main purpose is to developing independent thinking, analytical skills, creativity, and intellectual discipline. However, easy access to AI can reduce student motivation to think critically. Many students to choose instant solution rather than reading deeply, analyzing information, and developing their own arguments. As a lecturer, I have also observed assignment that feel generic, artificial, and lacking original truth to the overland on AI. In addition, the fairness issue. Not all students use AI in the same way. Some use is also to assist with language, with others rely on it endlessly. This can undermine academic integrity. Its dependency continues to grow. University risk failing to reduce graduate of truly competent and independent.
Thank you to both speakers for those insightful opening statements. Now, let us move deeper into the discussions. One of the biggest arguments supporting AI is that it can improve learning efficiency and help students understand difficult material more easily. Ms. Dylan, from your perspective as a lecturer, how exactly can AI improve students' learning experiences?
That's an excellent question. I believe AI can make learning more accessible and interactive. For example, not all students learn at the same pace. In traditional classrooms, some students may hesitate to ask questions because they feel embarrassed or afraid of making mistakes. So AI tools provide immediate assistance without judgment. Students can ask questions repeatedly until they fully understand the concept. They can request simpler explanation, examples, summaries, or even practice questions. This is especially helpful for students learning in a second language. In my classes, I've seen students become more confident because AI helps them organize their ideas before discussing them in class. Additionally, AI can reduce technical barriers. Instead of struggling for hours with grammar issues, students can focus more on developing their arguments and understanding concepts. So, in many ways, AI can support deeper learning rather than replace it.
Interesting perspective. Mr. Zakki, do you believe AI truly support deeper learning?
Honestly, I still feel skeptical. Well, AI can provide quick explanation. Conveying is not always beneficial in education. Learning actually requires effort and challenge. When students take the time to read difficult texts, analyzing arguments, and solve problems in their own, they build intellectual endurance and critical thinking skill. However, if AI constantly provides instant answer, students may become positive learners. For example, instead of comparing different sources and developing their own argument, they may simply expect AI can respond without cause questioning them critically. This habit can be dangerous. In addition, AI is not always accurate. It can sometimes produce incorrect or biased information. Students who rely to have heavily and AI many knowingly spend misinformation. Therefore, universities should encourage independent thinking, not dependent of technology.
Ms. Dylan, would you like to respond that concern regarding dependency?
Yes, certainly. I agree that dependency is a real risk. However, banning AI completely is not the solution. The reality is that students are already using AI tools, whether universities approve or not. So instead of ignoring technology, educational institutions should create clear ethical guidelines. For example, Students can use AI for brainstorming, grammar checking, language improvements, or concept explanation, but they should still be responsible for producing original analysis and final conclusion. Lecturers can also redesign assignments to encourage personal reflection, discussion, case studies, presentation, and real world problem solving. These approaches make it harder for students to simply copy AI generated answers. So, in my opinion, teaching a student how to use AI responsibly is far more valuable than pretending AI does not exist.
Now, let us discuss the future workplace. Many industries are already integrating AI into daily operation. Some experts even say AI literacy will become an essential professional skill in the future. Ms. Dylan, how important is AI familiarity for students entering the workforce?
I believe it is extremely important. Today, professionals in many industries use AI to improve efficiency and productivity. For example, journalists use AI for research assistance, companies use AI for customer communication, marketers use AI for content development, and researchers use AI for data organization. So students who understand how to work with AI responsibly may be better prepared for modern careers. Universities have a responsibility to prepare students for real world environment, not just traditional academic system. So ignoring AI may actually leave students unprepared for future professional challenges.
Mr. Zakki, what is your response to the argument?
Understand better. However, technical efficiency should not place human intelligence and creativity. In the workplace, skills such as communication, leadership, originally, emotional intelligence, and independent problem solving are still high value. If students rely too much on AI during university, there are many structures to develop their essential abilities. Technology should support people know weaken fundamental intellectual skill. In my opinion, universities should prioritize human development before integrating AI too deeply into academic work.
Thank you very much to both of our guests for sharing such thoughtful perspective today. And from our discussion, we can clearly see that AI in education brings both opportunities and challenges. Supporters believe that AI can improve learning efficiency, assist students academically, and prepare them for future careers. Meanwhile, critics worry that excessive AI use might reduce originality, critical thinking, and also academic honesty. Ultimately, the questions might not simply be whether AI should be allowed or banned, but rather how universities can ensure that technology is used responsibly while maintaining the true purpose of education. And now we leave the question to our audience. Should university students be allowed to use AI tools like ChatGPT for academic assignment? So thank you for joining us today on Education Today. I'm Rika Wahyu, and on behalf of Ms. Dylan and Mr. Zakki, thank you for watching. Good afternoon and see you next time.